All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with me today. First, I want to say it's a bit windy outside, so you might pick up some of that noise in the background of this video, but that's okay. We're going to work with it. What's meant to be is meant to be. I also want to show you who's hanging out with us right now. I hope you can see this. This is a praying mantis. So we've got a little praying mantis friend with us. So I feel like we're in really good company right now. Sorry, I'm just gonna adjust the camera. I feel like we're in really good company right now. I wasn't expecting to make this video because I actually did a very similar ritual with my twin flame community. But something about this was still calling to me. Like, we need to all be doing a ritual together. There's something about the power of group intention and group ritual and community that I'm really diving into and exploring right now. So we are going to do a beautiful year-end New Year's ritual and release session for all of us here today. If you are here, let me know in the comments who you are, where you're coming from, when this is showing up for you. Did you see it before New Year's? Or are you just seeing it now? Let me know in the comments and what you're going to need. So if you want to pause this after I tell you, please do. But you may want to have a journal. You may want to have a glass of water. I've got some sparkling water with blueberries and fresh mint. Then you're also going to want a candle. We are going to go into a sacred kind of meditation ceremony together. And then if you feel like it, bring a little crystal buddy along. So if you'd like to, go ahead and pause me now and you can go collect what you need. Okay. And now that we're all back here together, let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card from this deck. This is Colette Baron Reed, and this is the Spirit Animal Oracle. I just felt like it was apropos because we already have a spirit animal praying mantis above us. So we're already being looked after very clearly. And I want to pull a card for us because my cards are all mixed up and wonky here a little bit from my daughter, who really likes to play with them, but that's okay. So I love the readings on these cards. I think they're so beautiful. But I want to get an energy card for 2026. Like, let's start off. What are we looking towards? What are we moving towards as this collective? That's what feels really important to me. All right. And I just did an energy reading, so I feel like this is following along with that. And I don't know if I've ever actually read this card before. So we have Cat Spirit. Claim your independence. Very interesting. Okay, so Cat Spirit is number 13. So if 13 is a significant number for you, just know that's the number that we're working with. When you reduce it down, it's 4, so that can be structures. 13 also, when you think about it, is the witch's coven. So let's have some divine feminine energy there, or magical energy there. And then, of course, cats have been associated with magic, femininity, and all of that stuff since like the beginning of time. So there we go, starting off really strong, you guys. So we have claim your independence. Oracle message. When Cat Spirit meows, she is calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all of this back to you. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory for you, Cat Spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. Protection message. This may be the time you are facing some unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take a risk, too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit is saying go for it, because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there is no reason to worry. Cat spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. Get ready to pounce, as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. At this time, your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even a temporary failure can lead to a spectacular success. So, embrace the adventure. You are sure-footed and can trust yourself. This is actually really interesting for me personally, because, and feel free to share at any point in the comments like what's resonating with you, what it brings up for you, because I really want this to feel like an interactive ritual where we're all participating, we're all sharing our experiences. But what this brings up for me is I got an opportunity while I was taking a break from YouTube stuff to actually do hair for a really wealthy family here in South Africa. And at first I was like, no, I don't want to get into that chaos. Not in the middle of December where it's already crazy here in South Africa. It's tourist time. So I was like, no, absolutely not. I don't want to get in the middle of that. And then there was like a part of me that was like, actually, I could really call the shots for this. I could make it exactly what I want it to be. And it's something new and different and interesting. And not necessarily new because I used to do hair all the time, but it's like fun stuff that I like to do. And so then I ended up saying yes, and I doubled my income of what I normally make in a month just by doing this for 3 days. So when it was talking about jumping at a moment's notice and finding success in like being able to pivot and be flexible, that definitely showed up for me already in December. So I can only imagine how that may shift and change in the new year. I was also reading a book called Wild by a lady, an author called, I think it's Jane Griffiths. And in this last passage that I was reading, she was talking about how she was visited by a jaguar spirit. And she became that jaguar spirit in an ayahuasca ceremony. And so she was talking about this, and she was talking about the spirit of the jaguar is completely wild. It doesn't want predictability. It doesn't have a plan. It goes on pure instinct. And I think that's something that a lot of us, at least myself, I can say, has been lacking in life. When things get too predictable, there's a part of our spirit that actually does die, because our spirit loves change and it loves difference and it loves newness. And it's really just our ego that's afraid of all of that, is afraid of becoming too much or too big or upsetting the apple cart, right? Like all of these things. And so I think this is really speaking to a lot of what's been in my sphere lately. And I'd be really interested to know how it's been coming up in your sphere. So the next thing we're going to do, you can take out your journal. I just have mine with 2025 to 2026 ritual on it because I want to remember the words that come forward for me. Sorry, let me get back in the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull collective cards, and I want you to, as soon as I pull them and share them with you, I want you to write 3 things on your paper. So I want you to write past, present, and future. I'll show you. Okay. So like this, past, present, future. Okay, I'm filming on the front facing camera, so that might be backwards for you guys when you read it. I'm not sure. But you know what I mean. So, okay, let's spirit. We are pulling for this collective, past, present, and future. This is the past card. This is the present card. And this is the future card. Now, what I want you to do when I show you this card, I want you to write on your paper like 1 to 3 words that it makes you think of right off the bat, okay? So under the past section, as soon as you see it, what does it make you think of? Could be feeling words, could be anything. 1 to 3 words. I'm gonna write mine. Okay, now present. What does it make you think of? And feel feel comfortable to share also in the comments. Okay, now we have future. Sorry, let me keep loading. I just really wanted to write mine already. Okay. So feel free to share. For past, this card brought up for me sadness, boring, and lonely. For present, for me, it brought up soft, contrast, and deep. For future, it brought up hope, mystery, and travel. Oh my god, you guys, that was our entire giant sliding glass door just like open completely, and like all the sides flew open. That was insane. And then a bunch of things flew off the counters. Wow. Okay, so big power is what I'm sensing from that. Big power. Winds of change. Yeah, so that was crazy. So what I want you to do now that you have your words, I want you to also write 1 to 2 words or something that you want to leave behind, something that you want to let go of, and not bring to 2026 with you. Okay, you're welcome to share it, you're welcome to keep it to yourself. Now, if you have a candle, we're going to light it. Allow yourself to come to a seat that's comfortable for you. Wherever you can go that feels comfortable, please do. I want you to put your hand over your heart and just really be with yourself. I now open this sacred ceremony. You can repeat this in your head or out loud if you'd like. I, Serena Raylene Fermor, now open this sacred ceremony. I call in any high vibe beings, ascended masters, angels, ancestors, the spirit of the Twin Flame journey, the spirit of the Twin Flame collective, calling in all highest vibrational beings that are here to support us on this journey. Now I want you to open your hands and either rest them somewhere comfortably so that they both are open, palms facing up. And I want you to imagine that either your guides or other twin flames who are also doing this, because this is a timeless ritual, so we can join in at any time and feel that support. And imagine that there are other twin flames out there holding your hands, that we are holding hands across space, across time, across location. We are all joined together now in our sovereign power. Focus for this ritual is going to be releasing the old and calling in the new. So we're going to place a strong focus on letting go and a strong focus on calling in our divine path, which is going to be different for all of us. I want you to take a moment and just focus on receiving all the support that is around you, from other twin flames, from your guides, from angels to ascended masters. Whoever chooses to be here to support you today, allow yourself to fully feel their presence in your life. And maybe repeating softly in your head, I am supported. Now I want you to imagine yourself ripping off what you want to leave in 2025, ripping it off the paper. Just imagine it. You can do it if you want to, but do it responsibly, purposefully, with grace and love. Or you can just imagine ripping it off and crumpling it up in a ball. And I want you to imagine placing it over the flame of the candle that you lit today. And if you didn't light one, that's okay. Just do it in your mind's eye. And imagining it going up in flame. The shadows, the belief systems being burned away from within as the paper burns. Allowing yourself to be fully free from the shackles of this thing. Any hold that it had over you and over your life is slowly dwindling apart. All the smoke and the ash in the air are fragments of it being released back into the atmosphere, back to the Creator, to be absorbed and transformed. If you are on a twin flame journey, I want you to let go of, and this might feel very scary for many of us who have beliefs and ideologies around what's right and what's wrong on the twin flame journey. But I want you to imagine letting go of, and imagine yourself burning this too. Imagine yourself pulling the beliefs out of your mind or out of your body and burning it in your candle, in your flame. Everything that you've learned about twin flames, every video that you've watched, every coach that you've listened to, every mentor, imagine every video, every YouTube video, every song, everything going into the flame. Releasing what we think we know about this journey. Releasing what we think we know about ourselves. Releasing what we think we know about our twin flames. Allowing ourselves to become a beginner mind again. I know nothing. I am in the void. And notice as you continue to pull out those beliefs and release them, notice what beliefs are hardest to release, what labels that you have adopted for yourself are hardest to let go of, what ones you have most attachment to. Maybe even releasing the label of twin flame. This is something I do on a regular basis, is I release the ideology, the identity of being a twin flame, to allow myself to come back to myself in a clear way. Releasing our personal identities, our personal karmas. Allowing yourself to just be. No thoughts, no attachments, no identifications. Just being here now. You may find that you need to release something more than once. Let's say, for example, you identify as the chaser in your twin flame dynamic, and you feel that you're still identifying with it. You can get rid of it more than once, over and over and over again. Let it go. Let yourself go. Let the labels go. Let everything you think you know go. Allow yourself to become new again, to take off the weight of this journey. Spirit wants that for you. Spirit feels that this has been an intense, difficult, and painful journey for you. That it has had you down to your knees, it has had you up in the sky, and it has had you everywhere in between. Spirit is honoring just how far you have come, because you have come so far in this journey. You have carried the weight of so much, and it's okay to set it down. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to release it and let it be free. It's okay to let yourself be free. Once you start to notice, as you continue to release, allowing any emotions that might come up as they come, being present and breathing through the emotions, noticing where they live in your body and allowing them to pass through with honor. What you might notice as you continue to move through this process is you might feel a bit of space opening up from within. It might feel like space, it might feel like calm, it might feel like presence, it might feel different for each one of us. But allow yourself to just sit in that place, in peace, in confidence. And with that space, I want you to think to the words that you wrote for the future. Choose one word specifically. If you wrote more than one, choose one that you wrote for the future. And if you need to look, go ahead and look. No shame, no judgment. With that space, I want you to imagine that you take that word off the page, and it's a little seed. It's a tiny little seed, that word. In the space within you, you begin to plant it deep within you. You cover it up in the soil. You make sure it's nice and cozy. You cover it up, and you begin to take a little bit of water, and you water that seed, and you place your hands over it, and you send it energy, and you send it love, and you notice a green sprout start to coming out of the earth. Green sprout coming out of the dirt, out of the darkness, out of the soil. And you keep feeding it energy and love and water, and it soon blooms into a beautiful flower, to a beautiful vine, to a beautiful garden, And it keeps growing and growing and growing. And now you have fruit in your garden. You have edibles. You have so much beauty in this garden from this one seed that you've planted, that's existing within you, within your being, within your soul, in your heart. And you always keep sending it love. In every moment you think of that little baby seed, you send it love. Even now that it's a beautiful, lush, amazing garden, you continue to send it love. You continue to water it daily. And that is your future. To water yourself, to open yourself to new possibilities, to plant seeds of hope and faith in your garden, to invite newness in, and to show up consistently for yourself. Allow yourself to rest in this garden, noticing the beauty, the warmth, the nourishment that's provided to you here. Noticing that you can access this within yourself any moment you choose. And you can plant new seeds in any moment you choose. You can choose to pull out the weeds when they are no longer serving. This is your garden, your life, your belief systems, your stories, your choices. And as we come back to ourselves, I want to thank any ascended masters, any spirit guides, any ancestors, any benevolent beings that were here for our highest good. Thank you so much for being here with us on our journey. We release you. Thank you. In the greatest, most holy gratitude, thank you so much. Thank you for your consistent, unseen love and support for each and every one of us. Thank you. Thank you for being there when we couldn't see you, we couldn't feel you. Thank you for allowing us the experience of darkness and being alone. Thank you for holding our hand through the most devastating moments of our lives. And thank you for shining your light to pull us out of our own depth and our own darkness and our own decay. We honor you so much in your role and position in our lives, and release you in love and gratitude. Now, either aloud or in your own mind, I, Serena Raylene Fermor, now close this sacred circle with gratitude, love, and honor. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes. I'm going to blow out my candle as a signal of ending this sacred ceremony. The praying mantis is still on the window. Thank you so much for being here with me. I would love to hear in the comments how this ritual was for you, what it brought up for you, and what you are looking forward to in the future. Now, the last thing I want you to do is I want you to write down one goal for the future. And let's all put our energy into it at the same time, okay? I'm putting energy into mine. I'm putting energy into yours. You're putting energy into mine. I'm putting energy into yours. I don't know. I already said that. I'm not sure. But we're all putting energy into our own intentions and each other's intentions. Pumping them up with love and belief and joy and ecstasy and confidence and action that we are creating our futures. Thank you so much for being here with me. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next video. I love you so much. Bye.